each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down, no, no. I've been gambling here about 10 good solid years. If I told you all that went down, it would burn off both your ears. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down, no, no. Since you poured the wine for me, tighten up my shoe. I hate to leave you sitting there composing lonesome blue. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait until that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down, no, no. Since it cost a lot to win, and even more to lose, you and me bound to spend some time just wondering what to choose. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play it slow. Wait till that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait till that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait till that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait till that deal come round. Don't you let that deal go down, no, no. blind man gets up, dusts himself up. He's looking for a place to die. Hope springs up inside his mind when he hears your rainbow flavored line. Inspired, he makes a few awkward jerks towards the mirage that's playing in his mind. You've led him into deception, like the blind man leading the blind. In his mind's eye begins to see a tree in the midst of a garden of delight. He doesn't know what kind of tree that might be that you are bringing into his sight. Don't you care about the people's souls that you're misleading every day? Don't you care about the judgment that's one day going to come your way? What greedy pleasure in you does it serve to have the allegiance of the poor? What selfish motive do you rationalize to excuse your grasping for more? One day that blind man is going to ask you why he wasted all his time looking for love in the pit of sin, like the blind man leading the blind. I don't wanna be your friend, I just wanna be your lover. No matter how it ends, no matter how it starts, forget about your house of cards, and I'll do mine. Forget about your house of cards, and I'll do mine. And fall off the table, get swept under. Denial Superstructure will collapse. Voltage spikes. Throw your keys in the bowl. Kiss your husband goodnight. Forget about your house of cards, and I'll do mine. Forget about your house of cards, and I'll do mine. And fall off the table, get swept under. Also younger than the sun, and the body both become one as we sail into the mystic. Hark and hear these sailors cry. Smell the earth and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When that foghorn whistle blows, you know I'll be coming home. When that foghorn whistle blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in days of old. And together we will flow into the mystic. Come on, girl. decided to give his. The breeze blew soft across the placid blue. The sky above Lake Wazee was clear and true. With his boy upon his shoulders, Paul waited peacefully around. The shallow was deep in a breathless instant where they dredged away the ground. Father and son fell into a massive hole. The boy couldn't swim at only 4 years old. Paul shot up and cried out for help. Then he went down to rescue his son. He found him struggling and lifted him up towards the surface, towards the sun. Of his might, Paul holding his little boy up into the light, but his breath was gone. And with one final push, the boy went up, Paul went down, down deep into the hole. He saw strong hands take up his boy, and he knew he'd played his role. His lungs were full of water, but his mind was full of joy. Paul's story drowned in Lake Wazee to save his little boy. I've seen my light go shining from the west out to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved. say every man can be replaced. They say every distance is not near, but I can remember every face of every man who brought me here. I've seen my light go shining from the west out to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved. Say there's a man in a lonely crowd, a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him crying out so loud. He's crying out that he was framed. I've seen my light go shining from the west out to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved. They say every man can be replaced. They say that every man must fall, but I remember on my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I've seen my light go shining from the west out to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved. Bubbles in life, pink and sweet, joy and hope, getting 23 on the 17th of February. She wanted to reach out for something hidden. But the empty games in which she felt trapped, she never knew that love shouldn't be shared. Neala knew the love, that loves to love. Neala Frye is dead, the 17th of February. Frozen in the dark world where love waxes cold. Neala had eyes which glowed. Grace was never in retreat. Neala has left us and gone away to the hills beyond where the sweet ones lay. Never to die anymore, never to die anymore, never to die anymore, never to die. Still shines over the grave where Neala lay. She's waiting for her time. All the people push and pull, but let's just go out and ride. Talk about the things we've tried. Look at us, we're beautiful. All the people push and pull, but they'll never get inside. We've got too much to hide. Look at us, we're Talk about the things we tried. Yeah, look at us, we're beautiful. Yeah, look at us, we're beautiful. Yeah, look at us, we're beautiful. Look at us, we're beautiful. Look at us, we're beautiful. All the people push and pull, but let's just go out and ride. Talk about the things we tried. Look at us, we're beautiful. All the people push and pull, but they'll never get inside. We've got too much to hide. There was two sisters came walking down the trail. Oh, the wind and rain. The other one pushed the one into the rain. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Johnny gave the youngest one a gay gold ring. Oh, the wind and rain. Didn't give the oldest one anything. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Pushed her into the river to drown. Oh, the wind and rain. Then watched her as she floated down. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. She floated till she came to the miller's pond. Oh, the wind and rain. Cried, Father, oh, Father, there swims a swan. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. The miller pulled her out with a fishing hook. Oh, the wind and rain. He pulled that fair maid from the brook. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Left her on the bank to dry. Oh, the wind and rain. When a fiddling fool come passing by. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And up through the woods came that fiddler fair. Oh, the wind and rain. He took 30 strands of her long yellow hair. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. He made a fiddle bow of her long yellow hair. Oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle bow of her long yellow hair. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. He made fiddle pegs of her long finger bones. Oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle pegs of her long finger bones. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a little fiddle of a breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could melt the heart of stone. Cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that fiddle would play. Oh, the wind and rain. The only tune that fiddle would play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. The only tune that fiddle would play was, oh, the wind and rain. The only tune that fiddle would play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. road to the morning. There's one road to the truth, one road back to civilization. But there's no road back to you. Strip away the layers of paint which cover up your soul. Harpers harping with their harps don't give my soul that certain spark, unless those golden harps reflect the fire of shining eternity. Angels fly in the midst of heaven without stopping to ask if you believe in them. Demons torture your restless heart. Turn aside now, come apart. Tied within humanity's web, I almost thought that I could escape, but death would be the sure result of trying to avoid my fate. Don't look down now, we're almost there. The crystal streams, the purest air, the singing choirs of angels bright that drive me to my knees tonight. Well then, tomorrow comes again. The angels fold their wings. I have not slept, I cannot lie down till I see what the morning brings. It is no use me talking to you. It's like the mouse trying to tame the shrew. Look toward the sky again, my friend. The angels still are trying to send you a message of hope, a comfort true. I cannot refuse, but what shall I do? I cannot sit, I cannot stand. must go on. I still exist. My soul still feels, my soul still craves the touch of divinity, lighting up the inner part of me. Angels smile and glide up the stairway shining, their messages of love to bring back down. Wood is hard, but stone is harder. Don't lose your opportunity to talk with angels in the morning light and insight to the endless night. A break in the fog, the sun shines in, a time to dance and be free again. The liberty of undying love, the thrill of crystal streams above, the whisper of the gentle breeze, the golden fruit on silver trees. Tomorrow comes the morning light, an end in sight to the endless night. A break in the fog, and what do I see? A choir of angels sings for me. Frankie Lee and Judas Priest, they were the best of friends. So when Frankie Lee needed money one day, Judas quickly pulled out a roll of tens and placed them on the footstool far above the potted plain, and said, "Take your pick, Frankie boy, my loss will be your gain." Frankie Lee sat right down and put his fingers to his chin. But with the cold eyes of Judas on him, his head began to spin. "Would you please not stare at me like that," he said. "It's just my foolish pride. Sometimes a man must be alone, and this is no place to hide." Judas said, "All right then, I'll leave you here. But you better pick which of those bills you want before they all disappear." "Yes, I will," said Frankie Lee, with a voice as cold as ice. "Just tell me where you'll be." Judas said, "Down the road." He said, "Down the road in paradise." "Paradise," said Frankie Lee, with a voice as cold as ice. "I don't call it anything," said Frankie Lee with a smile. "All right," said Judas Priest, "I'll see you after a while." Just then a passing stranger burst upon the scene. He tried to talk to Frankie Lee, but he was feeling low and mean. "Are you Frankie Lee, the gambler, whose father is deceased?" "Well, if you are, there's a man down the road calling for you, and they say his name's Priest." "Oh yes, he is my friend," said Frankie Lee in fright. "I do recall him very well. In fact, he just left my sight. Yes, that's the one, said the stranger, as quiet as a mouse. Well, my message is down the road, stranded in a house. Well, Frankie Lee, he panicked. He dropped everything and ran till he reached the place where Judas priest did stand. What kind of house is this, he said, where I have come to roam? It's not a house, said Judas priest. It's not a house, it's a home. Well, Frankie Lee, he trembled. He soon lost all control over everything which he had made while the mission bells did toll. He just stood there staring up at that big house as bright as any sun, with 24 windows and a woman's face in every one. Well, Frankie Lee, he bounded in with a soulful, bounding leap. For 16 nights and days he raved and began to make his midnight creep. For 16 nights and days he raved, but on the 17th he burst into the arms of Judas priest, which is where he died of thirst. No one tried to say a thing when they carried him out in jest, except of course the little neighbor boy who carried him to rest. And he just walked along alone with his guilt so well concealed, and muttered underneath his breath, nothing is revealed. Well, the moral of this story, the moral of this song, is simply that one should never be where one does not belong. And if you see your neighbor carrying something, help him with his load. Don't go mistaking paradise for that home